Well, you know what? It's funny you should say the Avengers because you do have Doctor Strange up in here. You know, you got Hela up in here. I mean, shit, you even got Batman up in here. Damn, he get drunk before he got to work. We got the shirts, the hats, the beanies, the backpacks, and much more. So much more that you will want to get yourself a gift certificate. It's our spring sale, and that's going to last up until May 25th. You got 4 more days for that, and that's on selected items in dtmerch.com, where you can buy your ticket. As you can see there, doors open at 7, show starts at 8. Full night, live comedy, games, prizes, music, and one big old party. Become a subscriber in many ways. I think one of the easiest ways to do it is use your Amazon account, just plain account, and combine it with our Amazon Pay button. Enter that username, that password, press send. Ooh, baby, you feel that?
Ooh,
yeah, you can look at that, baby. Yeah, you know what?
Tickles.
Besides me, it's that toasted goodness all over your body. Into some trailers, man. I know that we're here for the foolishness, but like I said, sometimes the foolishness just stops. Because out of nowhere, out of the sky, a trailer just drops. And today is going to be a special treat because it was just 2 years ago, Disney put out that new Jungle Book. No, not that cartoon shit. No. We got real animals talking, hanging out with this little Indian boy, trying to save him or trying to eat him, trying to do both sometimes. And theirs was called The Jungle Book. Just like the original novel, just like the 1960-something animated movie they have, simply The Jungle Book. And this other movie, everybody was talking about, there's another Jungle Book out there on the horizon. Do we need to look out for that? What's going to be so cool about that? What's going to be so different about your Jungle Book? Well, first of all, Warner Brothers, who has this, they said, first difference right here, y'all got Jungle Book, but that's all right. We got that Mowgli. We don't need all them letters. We don't need all them words. One simple thing y'all need to know. Mowgli.
Mogwai, what?
Mogwai. Yeah.
I was going to say Mowgli.
but, and they say, you got a bunch of, it's cool. You got a bunch of talking CG animals in here. You got a lot of special effects about the boy. Everybody has come in and eclipsed this boy in the movies. They've stolen his shine, his scenery, and everybody says we know Baloo and Shere Khan and all those other animals out there, but what about the kid who made it all happen? It wouldn't be anything if it weren't for Mowgli. Let's go ahead and take a look at this new epic, not to be confused with the Disney one. I believe this is the Warner Brothers version, and we'll be back with our reaction and review.
It's no longer safe for you.
How you've grown.
Why so serious? It's not just serious in here. It's dark. I mean, everybody's mad up in here. Everybody's all serious. Nobody's smiling at anything. I'm looking at this thing. Ain't nobody got no weed up in this jungle right here.
Full of weed.
Ain't nobody doing shots up in here. It's like everybody just needs to relax in this, man, is the first thing you're thinking when you see it, because we're so used to seeing, because everybody's like, man, where that fat ass bear at? That drunk ass bear going to the jungle, jiggling his ass everywhere, all happy, singing, having a good time. You know what? Where is that? First of all, I like the approach that they're taking here, because they just straight out tell you, like, bitch, what is that to sing about? This is the jungle. Don't bring that Disney shit up in here. This is the hood. We're trying to survive.
This is about an outcast.
Yes, it's about an outcast, and it's a little serious. But I'm bringing that up because I was raised on the Disney Jungle Book for a long time. It really was one of my favorite Disney movies, man. I just love this film, and we are used to seeing Disney coming in with their versions of things, and that's culturally what lasts with us. And so, looking at something like this, I wonder how people are thrown off by it. First of all, no singing, no dancing, and very, very dramatic. How's this affecting you, Oz?
I just want to know, when did Mowgli join the Avengers? They got the same type of lighting, you know, or is he hanging out with the Superman and Batman with this whole dark thing?
Well, you know what? It's funny you should say the Avengers, because you do have Doctor Strange up in here. You know, you got Hela up in here. I mean, shit, you even got Batman up in here. Damn, he get drunk before he got to work. What is that thing on his head? That thing's giving him cancer or something right there.
He's like, I hate my job.
Like you said, it's very serious. Even when they were showing there were words coming up on the screen. He's an outcast. You know, it's a dark tale they would put on the screen. So they're setting people up to let you see that, you know, they're taking it very, very serious. It's going to be something that you've never seen before. Now, this is something different from the Jungle Book that was presented last year, wasn't it?
Well, that's a
continuation.
No, well, that's a very good question, because again, you know, we're getting into territory right here where people have seen the last Jungle Book, which is from 2016, and the one from 2016. I mean, look, it's 2 years, but it's funny how we think 2 years is such a long time, but at the same time, 2 years for movies, that's close enough to still have something fresh in your memory. You know, I find it very compelling what they're doing here, if we're going to be talking about the new one, because the one from 2016 right here, that one was still, you know, that one is still what we think about when we think Disney. I mean, granted, it's a little darker. There's of course, there's more realistic imagery that's going on there, and there are some intense moments here. But, you know, with that one, it was still sort of family oriented. You know, it's still something for that. You know, in that trailer, you're not seeing a whole lot of Baloo. You know, because they do the songs in there. You don't see the live action Baloo. You know, bare necessities, and the kids floating on his stomach and everything. That one is meant. You know, and later on in the trailer, you do see something like that. They even put the songs in there. You can hear it. They're pretty much really wanting you to have good memories. Even my wife, she's all, oh, that's so cute. She's like,
it's meant to be a ride on.
Yeah, it's meant to like actually make kids feel at ease and still make kids enjoy it. It's still family oriented, sometimes in some parts steered towards children. Where this one is actually meant to scare the fuck out of kids.
but be
Mama!
But the way they're approaching this trailer, them setting it up like it's a direct sequel to the one from 2 years ago, because that's what I thought it was.
Well, that's again, you know, that's a legit assumption, man. It's not that they are trying to do a sequel or even make you think that they're doing a sequel. Or maybe that is part of the marketing plan. I mean, I think the whole point of this is to stick closer to what the tone of what the novel was like, which is Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, which, you know, it's extremely, extremely old book. I believe 1894 is when this came out. So, you know, they said, all right, you had the Disney-fied version. You've had, and this is not the first one to do that. They've had one that was just a little more serious too than this one. I don't think they had any real songs or anything. It was from 1994. The Jungle Book, and with this one, it was a little. I don't know how well this movie did, but of course, the biggest, the starkest contrast from something like the one from 1984 to what we have right now is the technology that they have.
They had real animals back then.
Yeah, they had real animals, and you know, it was one of those things where, you know, they had. I think they did it like a look who's talking, where the animals just kind of look crazy. You had somebody doing a voice, "Hey, Mowgli, how you doing?" You know, but the mouths wouldn't move. They're taking advantage now of the technology. I mean, one of the things that I can say about this is that the technology has gotten incredible with this, and you know, it's funny because that's one of the things they said. At least for me, it looks pretty good. When the 2016 Jungle Book came out, people saw it, and they were blown away by how real these animals looked and how they went with the voice actors that they have. I think it even won an award for best visual effects for having these animals look so real. And I even remember the time people were saying, "I heard that they making another one," and everybody would say, "You know what? They can go ahead and shut that motherfucker off right now. Cancel everything, because ain't going to be no Jungle Book after this. Ain't nothing going to match that." But I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, you know something? the technology has gotten to the point now to where what's so compelling about this being dark is that now you can tell dramatic stories with animals that talk. You know, I mean, normally this would be something reserved for CG because you couldn't really pull it off convincingly. And you can do it as sort of as a pseudo comedy in a way because, well, it'll just be cartoony when the effects really don't work. But they got it down to where it's almost photorealistic with the CG, man. I mean, you know, and that's a short time that we've had to get to that.
Yeah, well, looking at it at a purely technological, aspect of it, yeah, man, it definitely looks beautiful. It's definitely a case where when you were looking at these characters and these creatures, it's like, holy crap. Was this real? Did they really got talking animals out there? You know what I mean? You got this one who's almost like taking the reins from that other one. Because the kid looks a little bit older.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, yeah.
From the last movie.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're right, he is older.
Actors, but, you know, it looks like he's grown up a little bit. So, you know, I think they're definitely trying to make this look like this is a sequel. Yeah,
that's probably part of the marketing campaign to make it look like that. I mean, they definitely are riding the wave of what Disney put out there because it was a hugely successful film, The Jungle Book, when it came out. But, you know, again, these are two different companies, too. That was Disney. This one's Warner Brothers. The other thing, though, it's like, sure, it could be part of the studio marketing that they want to do. But at the same time, if you're going to have a movie with a lot of motion capture, you know who you're going to call?
There's only one man for the job.
Andy Serkis.
Exactly.
Gollum.
Andy's Gollum. Yeah, ever since he got a taste of that Gollum, he can hardly act now as a real human being. You know, the thing is, when I saw him, when he was in Black Panther, I forgot that he was a real actor. I thought he was actually made out of CG.
I can see you.
T'Challa's like, I didn't think he was real.
He look like a bitch.
I thought he was a CG effect. You put some dots on his face and have him run around a green screen. That's what he really loves, man. He's a director here. This is a passion project for him. He's even in a way saying, you know something, go ahead and keep that the 2016 version out there. That's fine. That's good. My version is going to be closest to the novel, and I'm going to make something a little darker. You know, I don't give a fuck about your kids. You know, I hope when they go to bed every night they see that tiger in their face saying, "Take your little ass to bed."
That's it. New parenting tool.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that tiger. You better go to bed. Is your kid acting up again? I'm gonna go sleep. Good.
You can never go sleep again. What are you talking about?
Also, I've drugged you.
Oh no! The Bill Cosby tiger.
The Bill Cosby tiger. Oh, you like my Cosby, baby? Huh? Would you like me to bring that to the bedroom sometime? Like, wait a minute, don't do that.
No comment.
I would say this with the voice talent that they have in here. It's funny because I like the way. It's almost like Andy Serkis drugged these actors and made them do motion capture. No, you signed up for this. Yeah, you got Christian Bale as the voice of Bagheera. I think is the Panther.
Panther.
And then you have Benedict Cumberbatch as Shere Khan, and she's the snake. So I mean, what's her name? Hela. Cate Blanchett. Yeah, you know, they got some, I love the way, you know, Andy Serkis said, you going to be in my movie? Yeah, you ain't going to be real either. You know, you're going to be some CG. But yeah, I really do. If you look at an interview with the guy, he really, really, really is passionate about this project. I mean, this is something he's wanted to do for a while. So I, for one, think it's awesome that you can have a softer version out there and you can have somewhat of a darker version. I think really it speaks to the power of that book that you can get all these different kind of tones from it and essentially tell the exact same story, because that's what they're doing. I mean, really the basics are there. The blueprint is there. It's just the tone which they choose to tell it. So I'm looking forward to this very much, man. Where I thought I was like, man, I don't need another Jungle Book in my life. I got enough. Now I'm like, I'm all with it, man. It's October 19th. I don't know, October 19th, that's usually a time reserved for horror movies. And I guess for some kids, this is. You know?
Oh, look at my face.
Happy Halloween, bitch. But what you say? Look at my face. You'll remember this Halloween forever. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it very much. I'm gonna give you the last words here, Oz.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty cool, man. Like I said, the one from 216, I wasn't really into it. I didn't even watch it, but this one right here, you know, it definitely looks like very intriguing to see how, you know, how he is growing up here and how he gets out of these situations, man. Because he always just looks in danger in this whole damn trailer.
Yeah. I don't know how this kid survives, man. Like right there, he should be dead. Like a normal tiger, you know, the only thing a tiger gonna say is, excuse me. You know?
The end.
The end. That's the only word you're gonna hear. Well, Mowgli, I don't know.
Oh, snack.
Oh, that was your friend? Oh, he gone. Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to it.